It's the kind of thing that you never forget. Peek behind the curtain with Truettes.
Good and talk.
G'day,
Tuck
Tuck
shoppers.
shoppers.
I'm Sam Lowe's.
And I'm Rosie Burgess.
And welcome to Truettes, the podcast.
The podcast.
Yeah.
It's the one and only podcast.
Very happy to be here. The days are bleeding into each other's, and we don't really know how many episodes we've done, or do you know what we're up to? I'm loving it.
Hungy.
Oh, we are. We've definitely peaked at a hunch. This is our last episode forever.
Yeah. Nah. I think we're on episode 10.
We thought we had a
As they
listener,
say.
then we thought we had 2 listeners. We found out that we have more than we're over 3, and we are ecstatic. And I feel like we've peaked.
G'day, Tiffs.
G'day, Tiffs.
G'day, Nat.
Oh yeah.
Natty.
G'day,
Hello.
Natty.
Yeah.
Caddy.
Ash Batty.
Oh. Someone who's driving a Ducati. Hope you're out there in your fancy car, brooming along, listening to us.
So we've got a very special guest in the studio today.
We do.
And, you know, for those of you who've just joined us today, you'll know that you won't know, that our podcast is renowned for its special guests.
We have had so many special guests and so many amazing special guests, especially season 2.
I feel like this season we've really, once we really got into the guests, it's really just taken us to a whole new level.
Well, and it's my favourite part of the show, definitely. And then once we should put them at the end of the podcast, because once we go through our special guests, because we usually have one or two, I feel like it's all downhill from there for me. It feels like
That's right.
we've peaked.
Should have waited to introduce
This
him
is
to
the
end.
episode called Peaked.
But I can't wait because I'm so excited about today's special guest.
Let's just get into it.
We have an inventor come in.
Introduce
today.
her or him. Who is it?
So, inventor of the curly whelp, all the way from Wales. I'd like to introduce you to Ms. Sam Lowe's.
Yeah, Mum.
Just how did you
Yeah,
do
it's
it?
got to be Mum.
Ma'am.
And ma'am, it is good
Jogalad.
to be here again.
What is
Very
this?
good. No, I don't know. Wales is so hard because we're just that I'm and I'm the inventor of what?
The curly whelp.
What's the curly whelp?
You invented it. You tell me.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I thought I was on another podcast with my other invention. So the curly whelp.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Is good you ask me of
Your
this
whelpy
one.
curl.
Yes, and you're whelping
You're
for
whelping.
asking the question.
Thank you so much for coming in.
It
You're
is something I
whelping.
came up with all by myself, the curly whelp. And it is also taking me all over the world, which is why my accent is a little bit scattered,
Bastardized
slightly bastard like
French.
you. I'm sorry to hear about your parents. Yes, and thank you for having me. I appreciate it, ma'am. You know what's funny about Welsh is that we're watching a show at the moment which is in Welsh from
Yes,
Wales.
That's right. We've learnt 2 words.
We've learnt 2 words,
In
but
fact, I feel like I drew your attention to those 2 words and we learnt them together.
which ones?
And the first one was the word for food
Oh.
appears to be
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
It's chocolate. They say food all the time. You want some food? And I say, you want some chocolate?
You want some chocolate? I'm like,
I want to
Do
move
you-
to Wales.
do you want some chocolate, Sam?
I'm loving that every meal is chocolate. I don't even like chocolate that much, but it sounds really fun.
And the word for mum,
Is
ma'am. Might have seemed simple, but took a bit of detective work.
But what
to
was
work
really
that
funny
out.
is we're watching this and we're reading, and I'm not a big fan of subtitles just at the best of times. If I want to read a book, I'll read a book. I don't need to read a book at the same time as watching a movie. Watching a movie is for the whole screen to be just the people doing the thing. I don't need a little telltale
Yeah.
thing underneath
You're
it.
like, just put it on my tongue.
Yeah, I'm too tired. I don't want to read at the same time. But so we're watching this show and I'm reading the subtitles, and then Rosie's also subtitling me over that by telling me what's happening. And I'm like, she said just mum. And I'm like, yep, I got that. Yep. Oh, mum. Yep. She said mum. Yeah. M-A-M. Yeah, I got that.
Ma'am.
Thank you. It's like you're really looking after me with
You
this
didn't
show.
know about the chocolate bit, though, did you?
I figured it out.
Pointed that out to you.
I totally figured it out. Imagine if Wales was if we watched Chocolat, the movie as well. That'd be
Oh.
very confusing.
Well, they'd just be saying food all the time.
Anyway, look, moving on. I'd like to introduce the
another
next
special
the
guest.
next guest, the next special guest during these COVID times. I'm so excited. It's someone who has been a big fan of mine for a long time, for many, many years. The editor of Fine Forks and Finishings, all the way from Nova Scotia, Rosie Burgess.
Yeah.
There's a lot of yes.
Yeah. Hello. I have been a big fan of yours for a very long time.
Is that what I said?
Yes. I wonder if you have also been a fan of mine.
Now, tell me the book that you've written and the magazine that you've put out, because you have a book. Well, you've got 3 books.
Yeah.
And also now you have a magazine, an online magazine,
Yeah.
Fine Forks and Finishings.
Yeah,
Tell me more about that.
Fine Forks and Finishings.
Is it fine forks as in they're amazingly fine, or is it fined forks and finish like you're looking for them? I'm confused.
Yes, I understand your confusion.
I'm also confused by your accent right now.
Well, I am from Nova Scotia,
Via China?
and they are actually, if you look at your map, they are quite close together.
Close.
Close. Fine Forks and Finishings. Well, actually, it's interesting because the word for fork in Nova Scotia is actually
In England now?
the word roughly translate to a pig's bottom.
Ah, thank
So-
you for clearing that up.
It is really what the book is really about, the back end of a pig.
Ah, okay, great. And
Yeah. A lot goes on there.
yeah, and if it gets does it need any ointment?
Ooh, we're catching up with me this week.
That was so good.
Good guess this week.
Yeah. Hey, what have you been doing this week?
Oh, as the sting says, we're catching up with me this week. What have I been doing? Oh, do you know what I've discovered?
Mm.
You know how when we have soup
Yeah.
and you say,
Which
here's
is
your...
more often than I would like.
Well, I love soup. It's my favourite. One of my favourite. I think a deserted island kind of food is soup for me.
Soup, 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 soup.
Packed in the back. Got some soup. I'm going to eat it up.
Need
and
some
I'm
bread
eating it with
with your soup. Yeah.
butter on your bread with your soup.
Soup.
So we eat soup because I love soup.
Yeah.
Love
That's the
saying
only
soup.
reason we eat it.
A lot rhymes with soup, but we won't go into that. But you often say, who wants a soup spoon?
Yes.
And George will say yes, and
Yeah.
you'll say yes, and I'll say, no, a normal spoon for me, please.
Not round
None
enough.
of this fancy stuff. I have discovered a new appreciation for the soup spoon.
Really?
And I'm 46.
I think you're 40. Yeah, you are. So what is it about what? That's just unbelievable.
Well, it was born out of laziness because I ended up with one. I went,
Yeah.
ugh, can't be bothered getting up from the couch and getting the spoon of my
Was it
liking.
the superior roundedness of it
It's
that you enjoyed?
with hot soup and the different spoon, I spill it down my front every time. And the soup spoon, I just realised that no spillage.
Yeah, well,
Is that what they're designed for?
I think that it's because it's less deep. It's like less of a narrow channel,
Yeah.
and you can have less on the thing. And I think the increased surface area helps to cool the soup. Number one, that's why you have the soup spoon. And number two, I don't know why that's happening for you, but well done.
I love that you gave it a number 2 though.
Yeah.
And what about number 3? And thirdly, there is also another, not a number 3.
Yeah.
Great. What about you? That's pretty much it for me.
I have been eating donuts, which has been super cool and problematic. Found out that the donut. I like a good donut.
What's a different? I eat donuts in the morning.
I like a done up. I don't want a done down.
No one wants a tone down.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
So I've been getting into donuts a little bit too much because the shop around the corner from us sells donuts that don't have any animal products in them.
Oh,
So I'm all like, woo, let's eat the crap out of these
oh,
donuts.
that's wonderful. Well, we'll just give a shout out to. We can't say it because
the
then
donut
we'll
shop.
probably end up.
They'll
getting,
probably
like,
want to
a
sponsor us.
sponsorship. Oh, Daniel's Donuts.
Yeah. Donuts. Daniel's Donuts.
Daniel's Donuts.
And then the other thing that we've been doing, which has been quite, it's a departure from normal viewing for us, is because sometimes we watch like a show or something together, but we've been watching a show that's a bit scary.
Oh, which is amazing because Rosie Burgess, not typically one for anything that's sort of outside the small little box that is Sense and Sensibility.
Or Parks and Recreation. I only like
Even the
things-
what that midwife or that other one.
Downton Abbey.
Yeah, even Downton Abbey, too much for Rosie Burgess.
No. Got too intense. I don't want to be manipulated. I don't want to be emotionally manipulated by the
Well,
TV.
what are you doing in a relationship with me?
By the TV, I said. It's all right
right.
if you do it, or the dog, or
Right.
whatever. But not by the TV. That's just ridiculous, redonkulous.
So we are watching something just a little bit
Oh my
like
God.
stretching you.
I've had to, the number of times I've had to put my hands over my eyes while stuffing my fingers in my ears to block out the stupid, scary music, while you then recount to me what's happening at the same time. It's kind of funny. Like, I don't know why I get you to tell me what's actually going on. I don't know why I don't just go into sensory deprivation and wait till it's over. But I do actually make you tell me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't ever know how much information to give you though, because you're like, tell me what's happening. Don't tell me what's happening. Okay, she's in the car. and she's putting,
Don't tell me. Don't.
It just reminds me. It makes me think of I thought of a new a segment that we could have or something, but I don't know what we were. I don't think it's going to be a segment, but I was thinking about putting music to different music to. How do I explain it? I'll give you an example. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Will this play? Do you want me to?
Ooh. Oh. I immediately want to stuff my fingers in my ears.
Just imagine, we're just talking about normal things, and where does it take you? Hey, happy birthday.
Did you eat the last slice of apple pie?
Hi, do you know Jenny just had a baby? It's alive. It just sounds like if you say, hi, Jenny, you know Jenny, she had a baby. It sounds like with this music, things didn't go well.
Right.
No,
And it's
alive
a
and kicking.
monster. Oh, it's scary. And then they'll do things like,
Yeah, but what if they're going,
and I realize I start losing my breath at the same time I'm going,
oh, but what if it's different? Like if you're going, oh, just made my time perfectly, just running around the block. It's okay. Are we done? Is it too much for you?
wait, no, just tell me one other thing.
Oh,
Have you?
I love the blue of your eyes. There you go.
Sounds like you want to pop them out of my head and
Oh.
stick them onto a
Hey
cork
babe.
board.
Hey babe. Did you hear that Mike got his promotion?
Oh no, not Mike. Not
What's
Mike.
happened to Mike?
He's at the top of the
He got his promotion. Yeah. Anyway, so we could try that with some fun music too, and the opposite with really sad sort of. Let's see what would happen. I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah.
I was just thinking of that when I was watching movies, thinking, when you watch it and it's scary.
That's
there's
why I
the-
have to stick my fingers in my ears.
Yeah.
100%.
So it's just the music.
yeah. Ooh, that's the end of that. Let me just turn that off because now it's time for.
What is that? Oh, what?
You ask why, we'll tell you why.
Even if we don't have the answer right.
Right. All wrong. Bit of a questionable segment, this one.
What? In what way? In what? In what way?
Well, I was making a pun, but you were obviously not quite on the same page because it's. Hang on, it's. What?
You ask why, we'll tell you why.
Even if we don't have the answer right.
Right.
Let's try it again. You ready? Bit of a questionable segment, this one.
Why? Let's try it. Let's try it to this.
Okay. Oh, this is like every toilet paper ad I've ever heard. All right, so no, keep that going, and
Okay,
we'll we'll answer some questions. Okay. Here's a question. Oh, it makes it sound like we're in play school. It's great. Keep it on. Keep it on.
Right.
Here's a question from Lexi Cool, otherwise
otherwise known as Kexi Lul. Yeah.
If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, how many pecks of pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick? Well, he picked a peck.
Yeah, but the question is how much is a peck, really? She should have said how much is a peck.
How much is a peck? No.
I love being in charge of the music.
Wait. I've got one more question for you while this is on. This is from Gary Brown. Why am I here?
Oh, Gary.
You'll have to answer that one.
Gary.
Go and answer it.
I will answer it without a doubt. Well, Gary, the reason we're here...
No, he just wants to know why he's here. Gary, we kind of want to know why you're here too. Hopefully you don't mean here
actually,
as in where
it's
we
weird
are.
that you are here, Gary, and this music is telling us that you are here.
You're at the window.
How about... Let's just go back to this, though. That's much better. Hey, Gary, I think it's really great that you're here now. I'm not so frightened about it.
Hey, Gary, it's great to see your face at the window. Why don't you come in for a cup of tea?
Or just stay there and look at us scarily.
Oh, Gary, I like it when you're waving at me.
Oh, Gary. All right. So that was totally unplanned, and that's hilarious. I'm just playing little backing tracks off the back of my phone, and we just wrote a song for you, Gary.
All right. Do you want to
Okay.
This is from
Andrea.
Andrea, we love you, Andrea.
Andrea, we're loving you.
Thank you to everyone who has sent questions in to us, because it makes us feel like there is a point to this segment.
Yeah, and I love the fact that, obviously, if yours haven't been read out, it's just that some are crapper than others. I'm just saying. Okay, Andrea's hit us
What
with...
about some music for underneath Andrea's question?
Okay.
I
Do you want what kind of... Give us a feeling.
Just happy, trippy.
You want happy?
Circusy.
Okay.
Oh, what about, do I get to pick a feeling?
Yeah, pick a... Just give me a feeling and I'll type it in.
Okay. I like, what is that, like chase music or something?
All right. Let's do chase.
I don't know.
Ooh, thrilling or downhill?
Downhill.
Ooh. All right.
Let's try it.
All right, Andrea.
Ooh. Not sure it suits
It's
the
not
question.
that downhill, is it? When is it going to get to be downhill?
Oh, yes.
Andrea, your question is...
Should you choose to
listen to your answer? Here is your question and here is our answer. Andrea, what are your best nicknames for yourselves, each other, friends or footy teams, etc.? Andrea.
Well, Andrea,
God.
what a great question.
And what downhill music? What downhill chase music that was?
So obviously, I mean, I don't know, Sam has like a lot of nicknames because she has like a particular friend that gave her something like 15,000 nicknames. Gave you like
Mel Watson,
Yeah.
who I used to play in a band with.
She gave you this chain of cascading
Yeah,
nicknames.
it started off with Samantha,
Yeah.
Samosa, Samoozy, Moozy, Muella, Ella, Ella Fitzy, Fitzjazza, Jezebel, and I think that was the end. But Moo stuck. So I get called Moo from probably about 5 different friends. My parents used to call me Moo or Moozy. My sister calls me Moozy. Hi, Tiff.
Because you're so amusing.
Hi, Noah. Hi, Colin.
It's because you're so amusing.
I'm a bit of a moose boosh. And people just ask me to move over all the time.
I love it. I remember
I'm good with moving day as well.
I remember George once saying to me when he was like really little and he came up to me and whispered, he said, "Why is everybody calling her Moo?"
Yeah.
And I realised how weird that must have sounded to him. I've got a great nickname.
Auntie Moo, Noah, when he was
yeah.
younger, sorry, will say about my
go.
moo, about
Please.
the moo.
Yeah, moo on.
He, just moo on.
Let's not moo on yet.
I'm not ready to moo on. He said to me one day, because he's always called me Auntie Moo. That's been my name forever.
Yep.
And one day it clicked and he said, and he tilted his head and looked at me and went, "Your name's Sam, isn't it?" And I went, "Yes, but you call me Auntie Moo." And he went, "Mm-hmm."
Oh, that's gold.
He really just figured it out.
Oh, your name's Sam.
Yeah. So what about
Pretty
you?
confusing for those two little boys.
So all I know
yeah.
about Rosie Burgess is
Yeah.
that she has given herself a nickname.
Wrong.
Let me talk.
I want it to go wah wah.
Well,
wah.
you can. Wah, 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 wah. She gave herself a nickname and she wanted everyone to call her Danger.
No, that's not what happened.
Tell
I
her.
got called Danger, and other people decided that was great and started calling me it. And
Yeah.
who was I to?
No.
You can't take that away from people. If
Nah.
they start it, you got to go with it. So what happened was, I was traveling around and I was in the Middle East, and for some reason, every time I said my name, Rosie Burgess, people seemed to kind of mishear me. Oh no, time's
Yeah, but
up.
please tell the end. Please tell the
Okay.
end. Wait. I know how you need to tell the end.
Okay.
Okay, I need you to tell the end with this.
So I was traveling around the Middle East, and people would say, "What's your name?" And I would say Rosie Burgess, and they'd say, "Crazy Barjas," and I'd say, "No, who would call their child Crazy Barjas? It's Rosie Burgess. Crazy Barjas." Anyway,
Crazy. I love it.
So Timmy, our favourite man-human, who's also our favourite bass player ever, started calling me Crazy Barjas because of that nickname. And then a friend obviously wanted to get in on the calling me Crazy nickname and said to you, Sam, she said, "And how's Danger?"
No,
And
that's not how it goes.
the nickname wath borneth, and that is the endeth of the
Great story, Danger.
And that is all we have time for.
I would. Thanks for those questions.
It's not time to take a whiz. It's time for the relationship quiz.
A very important time.
It is very important. Now, here we go. I've sent you through. This is the time for the relationship quiz where you and I are Rosie Burgess or Crazy Barjas. Sorry, you and I, Danger.
Thank you.
We take a relationship quiz. Now,
In fact, I'm just going to say, if you see me out and about,
can I call you Dange?
I'm happy, really. If you see me out and about and you call me and you make a point of coming up and calling me Danger, we'll know you've heard it on the podcast. And we will reward that with a smile.
Send us, if someone skywrites that,
Oh, yeah.
G'day Danger,
G'day, Dange.
or
Don't write it out the front of our house on chalk because that might make me nervous.
if Rosie was pregnant
Mm.
and someone then wrote to your fetus, you would say, "You're in danger." Do you know what I mean? I do. So anyway, we take a relationship quiz, and we typically do not vet this at all. Like one of us finds it 2 seconds before we get to the podcast, and I've
you
done
chose this one today, and it's
Yep.
called "Are You Ready to Travel as a Couple?"
that. Yeah, well, I thought because COVID sort of lifted
I'm
last.
ready to travel.
No, I'm just saying that last week everything looked pretty good. The week before that, COVID was lifting, and now because we live in Victoria, things are looking pretty shit.
Same for if you're living in Texas or California.
Yeah, but in Australia,
Yeah, things were
Victoria
really looking up.
is really bad.
We're like watching our friends in Queensland going, "I've got a gig today," and
Yeah.
ouch. So here we go.
Well,
We're going to
someone's-
start this quiz.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say that someone related this whole problem to the Spice Girls. I
Oh,
saw
yeah.
that on social media.
How was that?
Oh, just that COVID situation and Australia and all the states, this is the same as the Spice Girls. Victoria just fucked it up for everybody.
Oh, Vicky Becky.
Poshy.
Is that Vicky Becky?
Yeah.
Hey,
VB.
baby. Everybody's favourite.
Okay, Danger, are you ready to take the
Yeah.
quiz?
How long have you been with your partner? 5+ years. That's an answer. That's the highest number of years, so we'll take that.
Okay, what is your travel planning style? I like to plan everything out in advance. I mostly like to wing it and be spontaneous. I'm somewhere in the middle. I'm going,
I mostly like to wing it and be spontaneous.
okay, there's nothing like, I like to plan everything in advance 4 years beforehand, but I'm just going to put that. Okay, what's yours?
What's your partner's planning style? Okay, well, they are the.
Are you going to read
They
it
are
out?
for you. I'm going to say you. They
Yes.
are the planner, the opposite of me, and you get to say what I am.
Okay,
The spontaneous.
oh, you're spontaneous.
The
The
opposite.
opposite of me. Okay. How similar are your energy styles? I'm energetic and active, so is my partner. I'm energetic and active, but my partner is more laid back. I'm laid back, but my partner is energetic. Oh, this is all confusing. I'm laid back, and so is my partner. I'm not sure. So I'm laid back, and my partner is energetic and active.
That's right. So I'll say I'm energetic and active, but my partner is
I
more
can
laid
see
back.
how this is going.
What's your
Dange.
travel style? So I like to be busy and have a full itinerary of sights and activities. I like a real vacation. Give me a drink and a pool to lay near. We don't need to go any further because that's yours. I like a mix of adventure and relaxation on my trip. Let's do both. I like museums, culture and history when I travel. I'm all about travelling for the food.
I'm going to stop you here, Dangy Pants.
I'm all about travelling for the food.
Yeah, well, that's fine, but I like a mixture of adventure. You
Yeah.
wouldn't be with me if I was just a full sloth.
Go for it. I'm travelling for the food.
Well, I'm telling the truth
Okay.
on this. Okay.
Okay. So
Imagine that. Everyone goes like, I remember that podcast when they broke up.
This one is what's your partner's travel style? So we just pick
The same or similar to mine. We share same, opposite
different
of mine.
than mine, but we're okay with doing things on our own during a couple's
Yeah,
trip. Boom.
I love that at every one of these, you get, I have no idea. So what are you taking this quiz for? I have no idea why I'm here.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear this? This is Frederick von Trapp, or AKA the cat.
Let's hear it.
Can't hear it. Can you hear him?
Yeah.
That's Julie Andrews.
It's Perry Perryson.
Okay, the next question, 7.
What do you expect for your next or first couple's trip? It will be absolutely perfect. It will be great, but not without challenges. It will be fairly challenging and stressful. I'm not sure what to expect.
Well, there's not a box that says it will never happen because Rosie's just spent all our money on a microphone.
I'm going to say it'll be great, but not without challenges.
Okay, I'm going to say depends what it is. What's our next one? Can you tell me what it'll be?
I don't know.
I'll just make it up. Tell me what it would be, where we're going. So imagine we're
Go to
going somewhere.
Iceland to look at the volcanoes.
Oh, I'm not sure what to expect.
Okay.
There you go.
How do you handle stress? I'm great at managing stress.
Who would ever say that?
Fuck that.
And fuck
person.
you.
Stress gets to me, but I handle it pretty well.
Who would ever say that?
I get anxious and or irritable.
I feel
Yep.
good about reading
Boom. I cannot handle stress. I never get stressed. I think I'm going to say I get anxious and or irritable. I think you should say that too.
that. Yeah, all right.
How well does your partner handle stress?
How well does your partner do the next question when I'm supposed to read it?
I'm going to say they get anxious and or irritable.
Yeah, okay. How many times have you travelled together before? 0, a couple, 4 to 10 times, 10 plus. 10 plus.
10 plus, baby.
All right.
How good are you and your partner at resolving conflicts? We are conflict resolution experts. We argue, but we know how to cool down and work out a solution.
This is triggering.
We're still figuring out how to resolve some of our issues.
Triggering.
We fight frequently and have a hard time
Rocking back
resolving
and
the
forward.
conflict.
Rocking back and forward.
We haven't had any fights yet. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
All right. I think we'll go with we argue.
Excuse me.
Blesses you. We
Sorry,
argue,
people.
but we know how to cool down and work out a solution.
Yeah.
Face wrinkle.
No, I was wondering if it was that one or the
Was still figuring out.
yeah, I think it might have been the still figuring out potentially.
I'm going to say that we know how to cool it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where are we at?
Are you and your partner on the same page about money? We are both good with money and good at sticking to a budget. One or both of us has a budgeting or spending issue. We argue frequently about money. We have never discussed money.
I'd say
What are you going with?
we're both are good at money and stick to a budget.
Yeah, I reckon. You are.
Here's the answer. And let me just turn this little sucker
You
off.
are totally nerdy, is what I got.
Nerdy.
Oh, I haven't got my glasses on. What does it say?
You're totally ready. Actually, it says you're totally ready, Danger.
Thank you.
The two of you make a great team and travelling together should be wonderful.
Well, why isn't it? Nah, jokes.
I feel like I should be reading that with that music behind it. You two make a great team and travel together. Yeah. Now longer term.
I feel like
bigger
it should
trip.
say,
It
can you
says-
play that music again?
Yeah, I can.
I think because I feel like that exact thing it should say. Where's the music?
Oh, well, it takes a little while.
On the world today.
Yes. You two make a great couple and are ready to go away.
On the world today, we're talking travel with Sam and Rosie.
Danger.
Are they ready to travel as a couple? Well, the answer is stay tuned to find out.
Are they ready to take a couple? Yes or no?
To take a couple.
Are they ready to did I say that?
Are they ready to take a couple
Of other
Panadol?
people. Of Panadol and vermouth and go out on the town.
Like my gran did. That was her
Oh,
plan.
that's great.
That's how she did it.
I'm loving the backing music.
Oh my God. But the only thing is the backing music isn't going to go so well with...
Song of the week. We do a new song each song of the week. Always a new song.
Today's song is pretty exciting. 'cause
Today's song.
is inspired by...
Which song are we doing?
Well,
Oh, yeah.
we're
The one
doing
we
a
just
song.
wrote.
Yeah, we just wrote it, and we actually wrote it while we were walking around the block, walking the dog. We must look like absolute idiots.
Just me, just Ruby and Danger.
That's right, Moo.
On
we
our
were
walk.
walking around the neighbourhood.
Sounds like you said fucking round the
No,
neighbourhood.
walking,
Just going from one neighbour to the next, just fucking around. It was a long walk, but it was worth it.
we were just
Well worth it. Dropping in, unannounced.
just walking.
We're just walking around the neighbourhood.
Anyway, but we were inspired a little bit by one of the questions that we had last week, which was, what's your favourite jazz standard? So
Yeah, I can't remember who asked that.
it's gone from my head. I'm so sorry. But for the person who asked that, we dedicate this song to you today. and
Insert name here. Beep.
here it is. You ready, Sam?
I am more than ready because I feel jazzy.
Let's go.
A 1, 2, 3, 4. And nobody really knows what key we're in. Apparently that's just a jazzy thing. She got jazz face, jazz face. Her features are all over the place. She got jazz face, yeah, yeah. She got jazz hands, jazz hands. Her fingers look like elastic bands. She got jazz hands, yeah, yeah.
Or has jazz.
Scooby bop, shit up, bop, ski bop, ski field, ski shoes, ski glove, yeah. Beep up, boo, ba da, beep ba da, beep ba da, ba boo, ski bop, ski ba da, boo, ski ba da, ha, ski ba da, but indeed, ski bop, boo, bop, she ba da, boo, bop, ba dee, bop, 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 bam. She got jazz mouth, jazz mouth. What the fuck she's singing about? She got jazz mouth, yeah, yeah. What's she talking about? Oh, jazz. What's she singing about? That's jazz. What's she doing with her hands? She got jazz. Jazz.
So jazzy.
We wish we had jazz. We're not smart enough for jazz.
No. They wouldn't let us in. If there was a club called Jazz, we wouldn't let it in. Be like,
Knock, knock.
You smart enough to take your smart test? Nope.
Knock,
Talk shop ladies out.
Is that jazz? Can we come in? No.
Definitive Jazz Club sent me pictures of us with crosses through our faces. Truettes Season 2 was sponsored by the following patrons from our Patreon page.
If you'd like to have your name here, jump on board and sign up like these cool cats did.
A special thanks goes to Tiff Lowe's,
Jay Edwards,
Amanda Owen,
Barbara and Ellen,
the Worth family,
Kate Jackson,
John G,
Robert Giles,
Lisa Ryan,
Juanita and Richard Taylor,
Bronwyn Robotham,
Simone Sheridan,
Lizzie McCarthy,
Emma Kane,
Chris Eilers,
Lou and Dave Wignall,
Richard Parton,
Carolyn Horay,
Danny Gibbons,
Judy,
Jesse Collins,
Daniel Townsend,
Christopher Coleman,
Catch Holt,
Angie Carson,
Lisa Palmer,
Natalie Russell,
Liz Deniston,
Jeff and Tamara,
Nancy and Rachel,
Kelly Brewer,
Leanne Slinger,
Lee Boltnick.
and Andrea Kerwin.
Over and out. See you next week, Tigers.
Our special guests today were us.
If you like what you hear, please subscribe to us wherever you like to listen to your podcasts. Go ahead and like, share and swish on all the social media platforms. You could even leave us a review if it floats your boat. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Tuckshop Ladies.
Tuckshop Ladies are Sam Lowe's and Rosie Burgess. You can track us down for more tasty treats at tuckshopladies.com.
Thank you. Have a happy day.